Today we have some brand new body armor for you guys. Now we've tested RMA 1165 plates before, but that was Generation 1. And the Generation 1 plate, it's a little bit heavier, but of course it stopped everything because it's a level 4 plate. Well, the new one is also a level 4 plate, so it's that new RF3. So it's the same as the level 4 RF3, so that's Rifle 3 and NIJ07, the new standard. It's gonna stop all the centerfire rifle rounds, including 30-06 M2 AP, that armor piercing that seems to cut through everything like butter. This guy will stop it. But what is different about the RMA 1165 Gen 2 is how thin it is. Most plates, even their Gen 1, is a good inch thick. This is 0.7 inches thick. So we've cut down by 1/3 of an inch. And of course that also makes it lighter, where if you have the shooter's cut plate, it's gonna come in at 5.5 pounds. But what makes this so thin is their new technology. It's a 99.7% high pure ceramic plate. Usually you have like a 95 to 98% pure plate. And after all this research, they got that ultra pure plate, which means they don't need so much material to have the same ballistic performance. And so we get it lighter and we get it thinner. It does have that Dyneema backer, which is kind of bulletproof in itself, especially against handgun rounds from what I've played with in the past. But it's also USA made. It's not like it's crazy expensive. And I honestly feel bad for the other body armor guys because they're gonna have to compete with this now and drop their prices because I was on the website today, and if you use my code TOPSHOT10, you can get the level 4 new Generation 2 plate for $270. So that's pretty cool. And we're gonna make sure that it performs. So we're gonna break out the guns, shut up and shoot. So to start off, we're gonna demonstrate how awesome the M2 AP is. We're gonna start off with a full metal jacket into that tree. It probably won't go through. Let's see. It's a small tree, so it could have. Let's check it. So we got entry right here. There's no exit right here. Show them why we're doing it though. This tree got peppered at marksman camp by the shotguns at a 3-gun match, and we're like, oopsie. So now that black tip A2, we're gonna shoot about 4 inches above that earlier one. Ping! Yeah, obvious exit right here. Look, I even cut the vine in half. So entry and exit. So that steel core, guys, does what it was made to do. You cannot hide from it. Here is the awesome M2 by 30-06. We're gonna put it in our Garand here. Yay! Top edge. Nice, right above the tape like I wanted it. Let's check it. That made a pretty hole, but only a hole in the armor. Okay, a little bit of bulge, a little bit of stress on our the material itself. I'll tell you what though, this is always fun to see. Yep. Okay, there is our, oh, there's our steel core. Wow. Okay, so we got the jacket and we got our steel core, and there's a big pocket in there. So ideally you're gonna have about a 2-inch compromised area now, so we don't want to shoot right next to that just because that's physics and how it works. And I mean, if you're staying still after you got shot to get shot in the same space again, yeah, that's your problem. Here's one we don't bring out often. This is like a K98, an 8mm Mauser. The thing is, I can't enjoy it much because everything I have is the surplus steel core. It's not really armor piercing, but I can't shoot it at, there's no sling. I can't shoot it at my steel targets, but I can shoot it at some ceramic. So let's go right edge this time. Sweet, check it out. It blew out this side. It just kind of blew out the edge, although of just the shrapnel. So we'll probably maybe even see that on the GoPro. It's all good. We have just our stress mark here. And then I didn't say this last time, Bill here from Clear Ballistics has been around for generations, and this is like his 5th video. So all this stuff is old. Don't pay attention to that. All right, let's, oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see if we can find any of our bullet. The Dyneema backer, it's so solid. It's doing its job. We had that blowout on the seam, but it cut the round. So now we have the old school, M855. Again, it's ammo that I cannot shoot at my steel targets, and so it works great with this. And we're not going in the sissy short barreled mode. This is a full 20 inches, and we're full retro with that optic. We're gonna shoot, I guess, the right edge. Let's hit it right there. Nailed it. I got a little ceramic back at me though. Let's check it. It smells. It's got it's like that fiberglass smell to it. We didn't really check it because we just assume, of course it stopped. So it's, yeah, that one was actually the less stress out of anything because probably it's the lightest bullet we've shot so far, but it still has a decent hump. So you're gonna take that impact. You're gonna feel, it's gonna bruise. It's gonna bruise, even though it doesn't go through, but I'll take the bruise. Not today, I'm not volunteering. Cameraman, you volunteer? So we're going 7.62 by 39, full metal jacket. I don't have any of that armor piercing stuff for 7.62. IWI Galil, listen to this ping. That piston in there, like K&S, has a nice harmonic ring. Let's go to the top left, right about there. I wonder if you can hear that ceramic fragments raining. That is very uneventful. I shot it right here. And on the back end, I mean, you have hardly anything on that back end. It's almost less than the 5.56 earlier. That stopped it great. 308 Winchester now, or 7.62 by 51. We have a 168 grain Sierra Match King. This is the Larue Siete. We can swap the barrels and all that fun stuff. Full video on that, as well as this DNT the 1. This is really close for this rifle, but let's consider offset and put it about right there. It's about where I wanted it. Let's go see. This didn't blow out as much as that earlier one where we blew out that edge. This is like the most jacket we've seen in a while. That bulge was big. Okay, for 308, that's a heck of a bulge. We separated the seam a little, but there's no penetration. It defeated it. It's stopping everything. So for being 0.7 inch thick, we're still getting the performance we were getting out of that 1 inch full plate. Should we stop now though? It's like, I have a Magnum caliber that it's not rated for in the truck. I think we try to put one more round in, just for kicks, just to see if we can break it with something we're not supposed to shoot at it. We don't like to let armor win here. We like guns too much. We're a gun channel, not an armor channel. This is a 338 Lapua, and that is a 300 grain burger bullet. And this is a Savage, I don't know, 110 BA, elite iron suppressor. It's not rated for this, especially at this range. Oh! We might have won. I mean, maybe it won. Oh! Actually stopped a 338 Lapua, which, okay. You would have massive internal damage just because of the massive bulge we have now. Now, it's not officially rated for 338 Lapua bullet, but unofficially, I think that's our 338 wound. It's just, and it's not a tract, it's just a flesh wound. 'Tis but a scratch. It did so good. I mean, it's there. Oh yeah, let's start by dissecting and pulling out what is left of this. And that's the beauty of that Dyneema backer, because that Dyneema backer is what stopped it, even though the ceramic was destroyed. So let's check out what this thing is made of. You know, I've done a video on a Chinese plate once, and it was so, okay, it stopped some bullets. However, it had a full 1 inch foam around the outside edge. So you're losing, you buy a 10 by 12 plate, you're really getting, you know, an 8 by 10 plate after you compensate for all that silly foam. This, as you can see, there is a piece of tape around the edge. That's our foam here, just that tiny piece of tape, not even a 1/16 of an inch thick. All right, so they hydraulic press all these ingredients together. So now that we don't have the backer, you can see how thin that ceramic actually is. That's crazy that this little, that's about 3/8 of an inch of ceramic. That's it. The rest is the Dyneema. That's so surprising. Yet it worked so well. These look like Kevlar layers, and so that's the other remnants of our 338 Lapua bullet. So we're all these pieces are what's going to make up that 300 grains. So there's just our tiny poke hole here, and you can see nothing else over here. Just Good and smooth. That's just impressive. Thanks for joining me at the range to have fun with some body armor, fellas. And this RMA 1165 plate performed crazy well. And you have just that 0.7 inch of thinness, and at 5.5 pounds with that shooter's cut, pretty cool. I still can't believe, I'm still shocked at the actual layer of ceramic is just only like 3/8 of an inch thick. That was super surprising. Think about it, when you have two plates, you're gonna be saving 4 pounds over the competition when you have the new Gen 2 plates. So that's pretty cool, and at the low price point of 270 bucks a plate, just make sure you use my promo code TOPSHOT10, you'll be good to go. But if you're like on a budget and it's like, I'm still not gonna put that much money down on a plate, they have their 1155 series. There's just a little bit of difference there, but you're gonna save 100 bucks per plate on that. So you may check that out as well. We'll leave a link on my link tree like usual. Thanks for watching today, guys. Okay, I love you, bye-bye.